Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today, Gemini, for your meditative session, you guys got the dragon. And it's interesting because once I went from the dragon, then I went to alligators and like crocodiles. And in this book that I have now that like talks about every single animal, it says that the alligator, crocodile, dragon, right, they are associated with primal energy. And like what is primal energy, right? It says that it's the energy or the life force that moves throughout the universe. And it could be also like it's synonymous with your kundalini and your or your shakti. That's like other words for it, right? And it's like what could help with this energy, right? Like this energy within you, like what can help unblock it? What can help, it's this energy within you, right? They say like when your kundalini is like rising or like, when it's being activated, it causes a lot of heat to the spine, right? And I feel like that's what you kind of need to do. It's like, when you do yoga, it's like bringing me to this. It's like, I think that you guys should like work on stretching, right? It doesn't have to be like specifically yoga, but I think yoga is like what I keep getting for you guys, like doing yoga, right? Like, it's like, when you, I don't know if you guys like do yoga already, but if you don't, it's like when you stretch, it causes like a heat, right, in your body, and like the area like gets really hot, right? Like that's how I would like describe it. And I think that's kind of what they want you to do. It's like they want you to like reactivate or help this primal energy move through your body, right? So I think it's a really important message because if you're having these type of, like you're having the call to like go do yoga, to like stretch, to like cause this like heat activation in your body, right? It could be like having to do with your, your chakras, right? Maybe one of them might be blocked. Maybe you need work like on, and I think it could be that. It could be like alluding to that, but I don't think they really want to talk about blockages or any of that shit. I think what they just really want you to know is that like yoga could be really helpful to you guys, like specifically, like, I think it could be helpful to everyone, but for you guys right now, at this specific time, whatever you're going through, that's what's going to help you. And I know it's like weird because I feel like maybe it's mental conflict right now or like other things that don't seem to have anything to do with like yoga or working out, you know what I mean? But there's something really like big here about the primal energy, right? And about this like life force that once you start like letting that, like it starts moving within you, it's gonna cause a lot of changes for your life, right? Like in the 3D, like you're gonna act different basically. I know it seems kind of crazy, but yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting. So let's pull some more cards and see what we get. So Gemini, I honestly feel like the message right now to tell you, like I think this is a really important message for Gemini. I think there's something going on like really important for you guys. It's kind of like I was like, I know that I'm gonna get so much air, right? Because I feel like with the Kundalini rising, I don't know, like I just, in the primal energy, I felt like a lot of air energy for some reason. I was like, oh, there's going to be so much air because I don't know, it's something that has to flow within you. So you'd think like, I'd think of cup, but no, I was like, no, it's air. And there's a reason that it's air, right? I think a lot of it has to do with the mental, right? Remember I was like, well, you think that it's like unattached, like if I went and worked out or I did the yoga, how's that gonna help my mind? But that's what they're telling you to do, right? Like the unease or whatever that you're feeling at this point, it's really important to like temper down, right? Because that's like, there's like, you know, when you have like pivotal moments in your life when you like have to make a decision, or like, you know what I'm talking about? Like there's some decisions that we look back at and we're like, fuck, why the hell did I do that? Right? Like that was a mistake. And you know, you don't live with any regrets, but like if you could do something differently, you know, you wish at that point you were ready to make like a different choice, but that's who you were in that moment, right? So like, you know, you were like basically programmed to do that choice. You didn't know, you know, like there was like a lesson that you still needed to learn. So if you chose like the wrong option or you did something wrong, it's like you can't really blame yourself, because it's like, now I wouldn't make the same mistake again, right? And that's kind of the vibe here. It's like they don't want you to make the same mistake again, right? That's why there's like this swiftness. There's this, that's why I feel like the Queen of Air is coming up here twice. It's like, it's not only you. Yes, we're talking about Gemini, but it's like, I think it's also like the hat you have to wear, right, at this time. Like intuition has to be on point. Communication has to be on point, right? Like everything right now has to kind of be in this like, I don't want to say perfect, because there's no such thing, but you have to be at your best, because there's shit that's going to happen, right? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what they're preparing you for, right? Like I think moves are going to happen, and you have to like, you have to be ready, right? And you don't want to have to repeat something. That's what I'm getting. Like, there's no need to have to repeat it if you're sitting with this hat, right? If you're wearing this like Queen of Air, and like you're like, you know, letting the energy run through you, which is like, you know, who you are, right? The Queen of Air, Gemini. And I think it's funny because it's like, I think that the primal energy, right, the creative force, the life of the universe, they're trying to like help you out, right? Like staying balanced, staying like in tune, right? So like what you're supposed to be doing. So that's why I feel like it's really important right now for you guys. And I think that there's a lot of, again, I feel like there's like, it's not even temptation, it's like choices, decisions, you know what I mean? Like a lot of shit going down that's like, you have to be really like clear about, right? Like you can't like, you know, when like you act, you react, right? It's not like you're like making a conscious like choice and you're taking your time, you're just reacting. That's like what you can't do right now. There's no like room for reacting. There's only room for like making a smart decision, like based on your intuition, your feelings, like everything, right? So that's what I'm getting. It's like the wheel is turning, right? There are no closed doors, right? Like that's what I'm getting with like the Magician in reverse and the 10. It's like this is the end and the beginning. And even if you feel like there's no, again, this is like the mentality of like someone who is like defeated, right? Like someone who, they're like, you know what, like I'm gonna have to force this new beginning. No, there's no need to force anything, right? Like this is all coming to you, for you. There's no need to like do anything like, you know, like exhausting to get to this point. Like again, it might have taken a long time to get here, but the flow of the universe is supposed to kind of like take you with it, and you're not supposed to like, I feel like this is you like thinking that there's a closed door, I have to like force it. It's like there's no need to force anything right now. That's the other thing. It's like if you are like into this primal energy and you're like attuned to the energy, you're not gonna have to force anything. Everything's gonna be like the way it's supposed to be, and that's what you have to understand. And that's why I feel like it's really important, because you have 2 Ace of Pentacles with the wheel, right? Like maybe 2 is important because we're getting 2 Queen of Airs, 2 Ace of Pentacles, you know, like there's definitely something here though about you, like you have to be clear on. And it's like, again, it's the start of this new, right? Like again, I told you there's going to be like decisions that you have to make at this time, a lot of like things going on, right? And I think you just have to be really in tune with yourself and like what you want and like what you need, right? Like if someone's not doing what you need them to do, then maybe communicate to that to them. And if there's someone you have to let go, right? Like that's the kind of energy that I mean right now, like big moves. Like if you're changing your location, if you're moving to like a different apartment, you know what I mean? Like if you're changing your job, like there's so many like new things that are happening, I feel like, for Gemini. And that's why I feel like it's important for like you to be really clear, right? Because it's like it's just, they don't want you to be reacting. They want you to be like the person that's in charge. You know what I mean? Like, again, and they want you to be like in this energy, right? With the Page of Wands, like they're giving you a fresh new start. They're giving you like the chance to start again. And they want you to do it with that energy that like I feel like Gemini is really good at, that childlike innocence, right? And to be in this state, that's again primal energy, something I feel like you're born with, right? Like the 3D like fucks it up, right? And like, you know, it like lowers your vibration. I feel like every step you take in the 3D could just be like a test. And that's what I'm getting with this reading. It's like they want you to like surpass everything and still like remain in this energy, and that's really hard to do, right? That's all like a lot to fucking ask for, honestly. Like, but they know that you're capable of doing it, and that's why this is here, right? And to be really honest, I feel like someone else might be involved in this whole thing, because I'm getting a lot of cup, right? And I'm seeing you as the sword, the Queen of Swords. So then it's like, who the hell is this like King of Cup, right? This Knight of Cup. And I feel like there's someone like intertwined within this like reading. And it's interesting because I feel like at first I was like, oh, this is them right here. But now it's like, no, I think like they're here and here. They're like intertwined, they're interwoven. So I don't know if you guys are moving with someone in a very like mysterious way where like it's like you don't see them, like you're living your life and they're living their life, but like simultaneously you guys are like doing similar shit, right? And I honestly like it, because it's like you're going down to the Page and they're going down to the Knight of Cup. Like even if you guys are going down, it's into this energy that's like, it's not really down, it's just like, again, wearing a different hat, right? But like all the right hats for the right moments, right? At the right time. Like you need to be in this energy for the start, and you need to be like, and they need to be in this energy for this, right? And I feel like what they're learning, right, like what they're going through right now, and you guys might like, you know, when like, I think it's called a meet cute, right? Like a meet cute or some shit like that, like in a movie, right? When like the people meet and it's like this really cute thing. That's what I'm feeling here. Like, yeah, there's like, you guys are woven, like I don't want to say destiny because it's so like corny, but it just feels like everything's kind of interwoven, right? Like everything's just gonna come together like that, right? Like there doesn't need to be a force, right? I feel like for a long time, maybe you've wanted this new beginning, maybe you wanted shit to be new, and they're trying to let you know like there's no force in it. Everything comes at the right time. And I think that's the same thing for this person. Someone else, like I feel like you guys are twinning, like in that energy where it's like they're trying to force it too, but it's like the wheel will turn when the wheel is ready, right? And that's this person. You're getting like helped with the intuition and making decisions and like communication, and they're getting helped with this cup, right? Like again, they're getting balanced out with this King of Cup energy. And I feel like this is a person who has to let a lot of things go, right? This is someone like, I don't know how you see them, but this is someone who had a lot of options at one point, and I feel like maybe made a lot of wrong options, maybe made a lot of bad decisions, right? Because they have healing in reverse. They have also knowledge in reverse. So I feel like, again, this has been like, and you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I see a lot of like energies that have been trying to like, you know, like getting cleared up between the two of you, a lot of progress, a lot of work being done. And I feel like it's an end of the cycle of them being indecisive. I feel like this person kind of knows what they want now. They've been balanced out, and that's kind of like why they're singing King of Cup energy. And I really like that they're sitting in Knight of Cup energy with the Three of Pentacles, because I feel like the Knight of Cup is someone who's willing to sacrifice their time, someone willing to like put in work, right? Like if a knight was approaching me, I would want it to be maybe the Knight of Cup, Knight of Pentacle. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is so slow, so that's like the only thing about the Knight of Pentacles. But the Knight of Pentacles is the most stable, right? Whereas the Knight of Cups, I feel like, is the most like loyal, like emotionally like there for you, right? Like I feel like this is a partner that you would like really like want, right? Like we're having King of Cup, Knight of Cup energy. I just don't feel like this is you. And it's interesting because like as you've been being guided, right? As you've been being guided by like, you know, the universe, right? Again, that's why they're the ones telling you about this yoga and this primal energy. Like it's not me, like that's their message to you. Like I think that would help you guys out a lot. So if you guys want to help your situation out and like you want to be ready for this shit, like I think that's what they're telling you to do. Like do something. I think meditations, they said like a list of things, like look up primal energy, like what you need to do. I'll write it down, but yeah, it's like that's what they want you to do to help you guys out. Like you're already sitting in this queen energy, but you have to also be ready for the like meet cute. That's what I'm getting. Like the meeting, right? And it's someone who's like being serious, like as shit, right? Like, and that's why you have to be ready, right? Because like they're coming in like really, really like ready. Whereas like they may have not known before, they know now. So I don't know how that's gonna make you feel if this is someone from the past. That's why, again, it doesn't matter like who it is and like what the situation is. It's like your energy is really important at this time. So yeah, Gemini, crazy reading. Let's pull some advice for you guys. So Gemini, you guys got koi fish spirit. There's always an off number 36 making a 9. This is reminding me of the Magician in reverse, right? Where it's like trying to force something, right? Like trying to like make something happen when it wasn't the time for it to happen. It's like maybe now is the time for everything to kind of happen, and it's a little frustrating for you because it's like, you know, but again, it's kind of like about divine timing. Again, like there's always enough. There's always like the plan that they have for you is like, I would want to say perfect, right? And it's not like, it might not be your plan or this other person's plan, but it's like the right plan for both of you to merge together. Again, that's what I'm trying to say. Like they're working everything out, and that should be like something that relaxes you, right? Because it's something that you don't have to think about. They're gonna like take care of it. So I feel like that's what you kind of have to learn, have had to learn, right? Like it's kind of like now, right, when this is gonna happen, and there is no need to force it. Maybe in the past you've been trying to force it for a really long time, and that's what the message is. It's like there was no need for all that, right? Like it was gonna happen when it was supposed to happen. So I really like that you guys got Parvati, the goddess of devotion. I'm love. I'm a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. It's like two things. One thing is like Parvati is the goddess of devotion. I feel like this person is going to be very devoted to you. Again, maybe you tried to force devotion out of partners in the past and it didn't work out, and it's like, why won't this person like love me or want to be with me or want to like commit with me, right? And it's like, that wasn't your person, right? Like the person that's meant to be like with you is devoted, is going to be like loyal and devoted to you. That's the person that's coming. And if this is someone from the past, I feel like you could be like really sure that they've changed, right? Because I have the Death card here, right, with the King of Cups. So I feel like there's definitely been like a change in an energy for this person, and they're coming in King of Cup, Knight of Cup energy. So like you can actually like I'm assuring you like, yeah, I think they will be very devoted to you. Again, maybe you're like, why wouldn't they have been devoted before, and why now? Again, it's something you can't force, right? There's no way to force this. And that's another thing about Parvati. She talks about softness, right? And not being like rigid, being soft, right? Sometimes it's better to approach something in a soft manner. And I feel like that's something else that you have to be ready for, right? Because you're coming in Queen of Air energy. That's like cutthroat, right? So it's like they want you to be clear in the mind, right? But they also want you to be like soft, right? In another sense where it's like letting things kind of flow, right? And also like if this person was to approach you, maybe not being as harsh as you would have been, maybe being more gentle. So yeah, Gemini, I guess I really like what's coming for you. I think this is beautiful, like merging. I love this reading for you guys. I hope it resonates, and I'll see you next time. Bye.